I'm based in a city where there are no opportunities. Meanwhile, there are people in that same city, the opportunities they have, they're even declining on some because they don't have capacity to fill those opportunities. There's some people in that same city where you currently are that are working for multinational organizations in other cities, in other parts of the world, but they are earning as though they're there physically. But you don't know about it. So you take all the blame for everything that is going on in your right now in your life right now, you put it on your location, but your location is not a limitation. It can be a leverage, but it's not a limitation. Welcome to this amazing video. My name is Bukola. I am a big four audit manager, a career mentor, and an inspirational speaker. I'll be talking to you about your location is not your limitation. Your location, where you're based, where you've been raised, your source, your childhood, where you've come from is not a limitation. There are many research that suggests that where you've come from can pose a lot of challenges, and I genuinely believe that to be true. And some of these challenges include educational challenges, opportunity gaps, social mobility situation. There are lots of issues, and I think you know it, and I know it as well. And we can see it all around the world. There are issues. But look, in your case, listening to me right now, you're my coachee, you're my mentee, you follow me, whatever the case may be, or you've just stumbled upon this video by chance, I am assuring you that even though your location can be a challenge, it can also be a leverage. And it is what you make out of it. And that is quite key. Look at Jesus. He was born in a manger. But the impact is enormous, eternal. From generation to generation, the story is being told. From generation to generation, the story is being sold. If you look at the circumstances around the birth of Jesus, you would agree with me that nothing suggests that a story will come out of that circumstance that is going to have multi-generational impact. You would agree with me. So at the end of the day, the person on the journey is you. The person on the journey is me. What we make out of a journey is what we have decided to see for ourselves in terms of what your mind's eye can see. Once the day you decide to rise above where you currently are, you begin to walk on grounds that are elevated. The day you begin to see that you can currently be more than you are, more things will begin to happen. It starts with what you can see. I was talking to my community just during the course of the week, and I was explaining to them about the kind of things your mind, number one, you cannot think if you don't have a word that conveys that thought to you internally, internal dialogue. First, you cannot even think about stuff you don't know. Like if you don't know it, do you know the gazillion things that exist in the world right now that you don't know about? And you cannot think about it because you don't know that they exist in the first place. That is why when some people find me, for instance, they'll be like, where have you been all my career? Where have you been all my life? Because you don't know that I exist. Dang it. But now that you do know that I exist, you are now like, no, I'm just going to stick with this lady. I'm going to hear her. I'm going to see how she thinks. I'm going to join a community. I'm going to get the best I can get out of her. And my career is going to be better for it. And my life is going to be better for it. Yes. That is the same way it applies to different situations. There are some investment opportunities right now that you don't know about. But once you know about it, your money is multiplied across many years. But for now, you don't know that that opportunity exists, or you could actually be investing your money that way. And there are also some career opportunities you don't know exist, but you don't know that they exist because you don't have someone to mentor or tutor or coach you towards that success. You're winging it, just the same way you're winging it right now. Instead of you to join my community, the Career Mastery, you're just winging your career. And every day on your way home, you'll be thinking about how your boss did this, your boss did that, or how you've been overlooked again and again for that promotion that you truly deserve, but just because of some things that you need to nail, you're not nailing them. You see what I mean? It's because you don't know that you could actually get help for some things, and as such, you're living through those situations. Same thing applies to how you think. If you don't have the word, you can't think it. The same way, if you cannot think you can be somebody, you cannot get there. So every single day you're blaming your location. Oh, I'm based in a city where there are no opportunities. Meanwhile, there are people in that same city, the opportunities they have, they're even declining on some because they don't have capacity to fill those opportunities. There's some people in that same city where you currently are that are working for multinational organizations in other cities, in other parts of the world, but they are earning as though they're there physically. But you don't know about it. But you're blaming, oh, this is my location, there is nothing going on there, they don't pay well, I think I've hit the whatever, I've hit the ceiling, whatever the conversation is that you're telling yourself. So you take all the blame for everything that is going on in your right now in your life right now, you put it on your location, but your location is not a limitation. It can be a leverage, but it's not a limitation. There are challenges, yes, but it can only be a leverage, it can't be a limitation. And part of it is you need to step out of what you know. So sometimes you need to ask yourself, is there something I should know right now that I don't know? What is that thing that I need to know right now that will move my life forward, that will move my career forward, that I need to know right now? Because once you know it, you can then begin to think about it. And you know how it rolls. When you think about it, then you start acting on it, and accumulation of many of your actions will birth the kind of life you're looking for in the next couple of years from now. So your location is not a limitation. So the next time you're having conversations around, oh, it was because I was born poor, it's because my parents were poor, it's because I didn't have these opportunities, because I didn't have that opportunity. Research has shown over and over and over again that people are broken through very tough, hard backgrounds. I was just watching the story of someone, I can't remember his name right now, but I think it's from like Uganda or South Sudan, who has just been drafted into the NBA. It's just, I did not pay attention too much to the story, but I just read it. I saw the clips, I think on TikTok, where he was crying and it was so emotional because his background did not stop him. He had to do everything he had to do to get to the point where he had to get to. Your background cannot stop you. It can be a leverage. Now, if you have the support, you have the resources, you have everything going on well for you, that is leverage. Some people used to be in cities where there is no electricity. You would have to put on generators to get electricity. Or when there's electricity, you don't know when it's going to come. And then some people had to be in like traffic for hours before they got to work. Some people had to be super conscious of security. They were living in fear and all of that. So people have come from those type of cities to another city where it is electricity 24/7, but it cannot just think to make anything out of that. Like, because there is electricity 24/7, what can I use this for? What can I use this for? They're not thinking about that. They're not thinking about, okay, typically 2 years ago, I would have to be in traffic for 3 hours, for 4 hours before I get to work, or for 2 hours before I get to work. What am I going to take that 2 hours? What am I going to translate it into? Because that is now advantage. Do you know that was what I did? That was what I did. And that's why up till now, I don't sleep away my mornings. And I'm like, okay, because I know where I'm coming from. Typically by 5 o'clock, by 5:30, I'm on the road. So where I am now, where I don't have to be on the road until 8:20, 8:30, and I will still get to work at 9 a.m., what am I going to do? Can I translate that into an advantage? So I use my mornings to learn. I read, I do podcasts, I do whatever it is I need to do. I go for work, I create content, I create videos like this. Whatever I need to do, I translated that time because I know there is a world where I used to live in where that time I had to spend it doing nothing because of the system. That is how you need to start thinking. Let me tell you another thing you need to start thinking about. You need to take yourself from where you are right now and plant yourself where you want to be. That has to happen. Take yourself from where you are, plant yourself where you need to be. And part of this is you need new experiences. Yes, you need new experiences. You need to travel. You need to go to different cities. You need to talk to people. You need to go for that. Go for those networking events. You need to meet new people. The people you've known since 2020 are still the same people you know now. You're not growing from a network perspective. You need to know people. You need to make an effort to go for coffee chats, to, on Saturdays, go out, go for that program. The kind of energy you would get, the kind of motivation and inspiration sometimes drive away from your environment, your immediate environment. Go to another environment, go and see how the houses are there, go and see how beautiful the place is. Just leave your environment, please. You need to leave first so that you can see that you are in a bubble, actually. And that's why you think that your environment or your location is a limitation. It's only a limitation because you have made it into a limitation. It is not a limitation. So it starts from your mind. You need to feed your mind. You need to recognize that you have advantages that you can translate into something that can work for you. And you need to experience more things so that you can become more things. But your location, your background, that is nothing. There are many people who have that amazing background, but they're doing nothing with it. Rich parents, they went to the best schools, they're doing nothing with it. Now, you don't have as much, but the little you have in your hands, you need to get into the rhythm of multiplying it. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Can you do that for you? I hope this is helpful. If you want to know how I can support you, because yes, I'm here to support you to make sure you have a profitable career, profitable personal brand, join the Career Mastery Hub, an amazing community of very, very ambitious professionals where you can grow, learn, and just be in the midst of motivation for your career. And you can ask me just about any questions, career related, personal brand related, and I'll be there to support you on a daily basis. If that sounds good to you, please click in the link in the description box and join the Career Mastery Hub. And if you want me to support you on a one-to-one basis as well, the link in the description box will also help you see how we can work together. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.